Good day, everyone. We are grade 6B students from PAREF Rosehill, and today we will be presenting our storybook called Open Wishes.
I am Cassandra Chavez, and I represent Stella the Fairy, and I am one of the editors.
I am Cayton, and I represent as Elenita, and I'm one of the illustrators and authors.
I am Zoe Ong, and I represent the old lady. I am one of the editors, and I am also the narrator.
I am Skylar, Cudo, and I'm one of the drivers who rejected Elenita's rags, and one of the editors.
My name is Lexi Mariñas, and I'm one of the authors and illustrators, and today I will be representing as the mother of Elenita.
I am Lexi Geremillo, and I will be representing as the dad of Elenita, and I was one of the editors of the story.
Hearing faint sniffles and cries, Elenita's heart sank. She looked and saw her father burying his face in his hand while holding a picture of a woman in the other, her mother. She sighed, wishing there was some way to bring back his bright self. Ever since she was 4, her father hasn't been the same. That happy smile he'd shown her was all pretend, and underneath that was a deep pit of hopelessness. Why can't I do anything for him? She sighed. Can't I just be helpful? An idea sparked, and she grinned, buying him a pair of those expensive suede shoes he had always talked about but could never afford. Imagining, she saw herself in a big, bright store holding a pair of suede shoes with sparkles floating around it. Though buying a simple meal was difficult enough, this was like trying to drink the ocean within a day. Impossible. Weaving rags and selling them seemed like the perfect solution. She just had to sell it for 1,000,000 times more. 500 pesos, she thought. Then, and only then, would she be able to buy it. She had to keep it to herself for now, as her father had always told her to never be concerned with money. A memory flashed. Her mother teaching her how to weave, guiding her through the steps. Her body felt light as she recalled how gentle her mama was. Sweetheart, I'm going to sell taho, okay? Don't leave the house, okay? Her father called. Elenita dashed, embracing him. All right, I know. Bye, Papa. He didn't let go, stroking her hair. You look just like your mama, he commented, then grabbed the hot buckets, a hat, and left. After the door shut, she started working, cutting the cloth and weaving them together. After hours of braiding, her hands were sore, but she was finished. Elenita clutched the rags in one hand and her money jar in the other, sneaking out. Looking at the sky, she grinned as the rain had stopped and the sun was out. Knock, knock! She had knocked on several car windows. Unfortunately, luck wasn't in her favor, as people ignored her, honked loudly, steered clear, or yelled awful comments such as, "Go away!" or "Bother someone else." A part of Elenita wanted to give up. Suddenly, the voice yelled in her head, "Do it for Papa! Imagine his reaction when he sees his shoes! It will all be worth it!" She was determined to persevere. As she was about to continue selling, she felt raindrops fall onto her. She glanced up at the sky, spotting the gray clouds. The drizzle soon became a shower, and then a harsh thunderstorm. Selling her rags wasn't an option anymore, so she decided to go back home and try again tomorrow. Just as she was about to walk, something caught her eye. A blur of vibrant colors in a puddle that stood out from the murky rain. Glancing at the puddle, she gasped as she saw her parents reunited in a cozy house dancing to a romantic song. Hearty meals adorned the dining table, and her sitting by the fireplace. The scene evoked a feeling inside of her that she couldn't describe. A feeling of home and comfort. From the rainfall, she saw another puddle. Elenita and her parents on the beach watching the sunset. I could watch this for hours, she thought, not having a clue about what was happening around her. She almost forgot about the torrential rain, and even though her nails and lips were icy blue, her body somehow felt snug and warm. The last puddle she watched revealed her being in a large, pink, grand castle, like the ones she had read about in her favorite stories. Red flags swayed in the wind, and large walls towered over the lush, green grass. Elenita was disappointed, as not a single person offered to buy her rags. She looked at her money, with not even a single centavo inside, until, to her surprise, a scrawny, elderly lady approaches her, offering to purchase all of the rags for 10,000 pesos. Elenita gasped in disbelief, not convinced anyone in their right mind would offer such an amount for just a couple of rags. Ma'am, are you sure you're actually going to donate me that much money just for these shabby rags? She asked, a part of her hoping she was telling the truth. You're joking, right? The woman shook her head. No, dear, you deserve it. How else would you afford those suede shoes for your papa? Elenita stepped back, raising an eyebrow. How do you... The old lady laughed. Then, the unexpected occurred. Glittery mist arose from the ground, swirling around her. Butterfly-like wings sprouted from her back, her cheap clothes turning into a sparkly gown, almost blinding Elenita's eyes. The old lady was no longer old, but a youthful, 20-year-old woman with silky hair and a beautifully designed wand with a blue star on top. Elenita was shocked, unable to take in this shocking information. She stuttered. You're a fairy. I'm Stella. Elenita stared at her in awe. I've been watching you for some time now, Elenita, and I've seen how determined, kind, and selfless you are, braving a typhoon, weaving rags non-stop till your hands were weak, sacrificing your time to make your father happy, Stella declared. A pure heart like that must be rewarded. Elenita sighed, frowning. Stella, I wasn't able to sell any rags today, of course, until you showed up, meaning I didn't try hard enough. Even if I did work for the rags, it ended up looking like a mess. Stella beamed, her wings fluttering as glitter fell from them. A gold barrier arose, protecting them both from the rain. Surprisingly, not a single person turned their heads to see a fairy that very clearly stood out. See, those are the words of a true, humble person. Proves you are worthy. I am the wish fairy. I know a deserving individual when I see one, she corrected. With a flick of her wand, a pair of suede shoes appeared in her hands. Her eyes became teary, and all the wounds from her heart were healed. The pain from her body disappeared, the holes in her clothes stitched. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much, Stella, she exclaimed, wrapping her arms around her and hugging Stella tight. Stella chuckled. Now, run home. You'll find your father, desperate to find you. Unfortunately, I cannot control the weather, so go, quickly!" With another flick of her wand, she vanished into thin air, leaving specks of blue dust. Alanita sprinted home. Once she arrived, she spotted her father weeping on the floor, mumbling, "Alanita, where are you?" She yelled, "Papa!" hugging him in a tight embrace and handing him over the suede shoes. "I thought I lost you," her father cried. "Well, where did you get these?" Wiping his tears. "I'll explain later." He chuckled. "I cannot thank you enough for the shoes. I promise I'll spend my life trying to pay you back by being the best father I can." Alanita smiled, her heart doing that thing again. "No need. You being my father is already everything I need."